What's up everyone, and welcome to another Pop Culture Gamers vodcast. And today I've got another unboxing. This time it's for another one of the Corgi vehicles, and this one is the original USS Enterprise
NCC 1701. No bloody A, B, C, or D.
So, as I said before, it's from Corgi. The box is quite plain, but this is a detailed die-cast scale model for the adult collector, and it's not suitable for children under 14, evidently, so it's not like a kid's toy, as it were. If you want to, you can use a QR code in the bottom right-hand corner here, just to see the actual model in all of its glory with a VR mode. But let's just get in here. And here it is. This is very much presented like the USS Enterprise was, the NCC 1701D, which was in the last video that I did. And that was a great model as well. Very reminiscent of the Eagle Moss, probably actually the same molds or whatever. But let's have a look inside, and we open it up. And again, beautifully presented. So this one on here, it reads, the legendary fleet flagship of the golden age of interstellar discovery, the USS Enterprise NCC 1701 served as a united federation of planets for over 40 years under the renowned commanding officers. The first captain, Robert April, oversaw the construction of the Enterprise and led the ship on its first mission of exploration over a period of 5 years. He was succeeded by Captain Christopher Pike, who commanded the ship for the next 15 years. During this time, several officers would have long associations with the vessel, served among the crew, including the half-human, half-Vulcan science officer Spock. Pike handed command of the Enterprise to James T. Kirk in 2265, 20 years after the ship launched. Despite the age of the Enterprise at this time, it is this 5-year period that is generally regarded as her most famous. Kirk and his crew embarked on a voyage of exploration with a planetary mission to seek out new worlds and civilizations. The directive led to visits to over 70 different planets and encounters with more than 60 different species, including over 20 first contacts. Enterprise was also charged with defending Federation territories from aggressors, aiding member worlds in crisis, and the support of scientific expeditions operating within the patrol area. At the conclusion of the 5-year mission, Enterprise returned to Earth, where she underwent a dramatic refit to the new Constitution 2 class specification. So that's the history of the craft as they've put on the box. Let's have a look at the actual box itself. Again, beautifully packaged. Take that off. And here we have the Enterprise itself. It all comes in one bit. That is definitely metal. I think actually the whole thing is metal, to be honest. So it is a proper die cast, whereas I wasn't quite so sure about the Enterprise D. But this is very reminiscent of that original series era, not the new one that is on not the new one. This is very reminiscent of that original series, not the new one that's on Strange New Worlds, so it's not accurate to that model, but more accurate to the original. And this is an absolute thing of beauty. We'll look at that in a minute. We also have a decent stand. One thing that I always used to hate about the Eagle Moss ones was the stand. And if we can get the stand out, there we are. So the stand is very straightforward in terms of its construction. Only fits in one way as well, which is good. And there we can just pop it on the joint. Push that in. And then we have our Enterprise all ready. There we go. Pop it on. Looking in here, by the way, there's nothing else in the rest of the box. It's all just empty otherwise, but nevertheless, for the collector, this is a really, really nice box to have. Obviously, I am collecting these sort of things, so I am not putting my boxes in the bin. These are getting put away just in case you do decide to not have these up anymore. But at the moment, I do have quite a collection of ships, something like 10 or 15 of them, going across in front of my desk. So let's have a look at the Enterprise itself. So there's a nice level of detail. It's got a decent amount of weight actually, which is really good. It's not detailed in terms of panel work or anything like this, but this does look very much like sort of the Cage era Enterprise, I would say, with that very sort of smooth covering at the top. And I'm sure that anybody who's a model maker will, or really into this model collecting area or building them themselves, will look and identify a lot of different areas that are wrong, or that have maybe less detail than you would want or expect of a model of the Enterprise. But what you've got to remember is that this Enterprise here, this model, is £54.99, so it's a lot less than some of the models that are out there as well, probably about half the price to some of them. And so I can be forgiving because I'm looking at them from a distance. It gives me the flavour more than anything else. But I really do love this. The Enterprise for me is, like the ship, as it were. And while my favourite type is the refit Constitution class, this comes in at a very close second. I love the one that's on Strange New Worlds as well. I think that is an absolutely beautiful version brought up to date of this absolutely classic ship. And when you think originally the idea was it was going to be that way up. But this is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Really highly recommend it. So I'll just give you a couple of minutes of seeing this from different angles.
Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise. Its 5-year mission: to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no man has gone before.
Okay, that's it for another video. Hope you've really enjoyed this unboxing of the USS Enterprise. For me, I'm really happy with this. I think it's great value for money considering some of the other ones that I've done unboxings of. It looks great. It might not have the detail that some models will have, but you can't have everything, and for the price and the quality of the packaging, I don't think you can really go far wrong if you're a collector and you just want the original Enterprise. Let us know, do you collect these sort of things? Is this the level of detail that you would want? Are you thinking of getting one? Have you bought one? Let us know. If you have enjoyed the video, give it a like and also subscribe. Thanks very much, and we'll see you next time. Bye now.